After May 11th, when the election is over and Governor Christie says there is no money in the budget, how will you address layoffs of police, fire, and city employees?
Well, there's not much ways to get around that one. If in fact we find that we're at a zero budget and we don't have a whole lot coming in, we're going to have to address all of them. And there'll be no positions that are not on the table. I mean, that's illogical, but that's the rational and most reasonable way to handle this. There will be efforts, obviously, launched to discuss with Governor Christie other possible avenues, as well as the President of the United States, Obama's stimulus package. But there's no sense in trying to play with words to tell you that there's going to be a silver lining at the end of that situation. If in fact there's no resources available, there are no resources. And if there are no resources, layoffs would probably be on the table. But I won't say that'll be the first step.
All city
And
governments
so that will be
perform routine evaluations to eliminate inefficiencies or any duplication of services. It's important to weed out the waste as far as government efficiency is concerned. You want a government that works for you. Governor Christie is doing it on some level. I wouldn't do it on that magnitude. However, there is waste and it needs to be weeded out. We also want to streamline procedures to encourage employees to implement cost-saving measures. We have to save costs. And I think the focus must be on shared services. We have to make money off of these neighboring municipalities that can't provide services to their residents because, quite frankly, they're too small. But Paterson is the seat of Passaic County, and we have to make sure that we capitalize on the fact that shared services is one way to go in the wake of this economic downturn. And I stated earlier, a grants coordinator would help as well, because that individual could bring in the money that's available via the state or the federal government. So shared services is important. This grants coordinator is also important. And just taking a look at government, finding where the inefficiencies are, and the duplication of services,
Since I
and
took
eliminating
office
it.
in 2002, Paterson year after year has been faced with double digits in the millions in deficit. We've been able to work, I've been able to work with the council, work with the state government, continue to increase ratables, streamline, run an efficient and effective city government, and we've always been, so far, been able to balance our budget. Our taxes have gone up, but I want you to know that our taxes have not gone up with the backs of the services of the city of Paterson's government. The bulk of the taxes has fallen clearly on the backs of an increase in county government, $18 million in 3 years. And when the council went down to the Passaic County Board of Chosen Freeholders and asked for some justification on what they're gonna do with all that money, that actually kicked them out of the chambers. They didn't even allow them to talk. So I will continue to balance. I have a fiduciary obligation to balance my budget. That's what I've done. Prior to taking office, for 17 years, I was a purchasing agent. I dealt with $200 million. So I know money, I know business, and thus far we've been able to balance the budget with and without the state government's help.